Gillian joins meteorologist Lauren Linehan in the studio for tonight's segment of Cooking Up a Storm.
Thanks, Wes. Yes, we are so excited. Shout out to meteorologist JP Dice, Gillian. He came up with the name Cooking Up a Storm.
JP, that's a good one. And now at 11 we call it Baking News, so we're big fans of puns.
Well, we are so excited. You know, we've been watching Gillian's segment Baking News on the 11, which you can watch with Gillian and Claire. You guys do it kind of a couple times a month, right?
Yeah, we usually do it once. We're actually doing 2 in October, so we have one coming up this upcoming Monday, and I think we're doing the other one right before Halloween.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we're like, no, they're not going to have all your fun at 11 o'clock. We need some cooking segments here in prime time because I know everyone's sitting at home, maybe sitting down for dinner, trying to figure out what to do for dinner. But what about dessert? And especially with this beautiful fall weather we're going to have coming up this weekend. Gillian, this has been a big, popular hit in our group texts with our coworkers.
It has.
Tell us about what you're baking tonight.
Tonight, we are making brown sugar maple glazed cookies. So they're really good. They're not pumpkin. So if you want something that's fall, but you're not a big pumpkin fan, or maybe you're just already sick of pumpkin, this is a good one. They're so easy to make. So if you're gonna make them with the kids, if you're just gonna make them for yourself like I do, so these are good.
So where do we start? Because it doesn't look like too many ingredients from what I'm seeing.
Not at all. So what I already did to get started ahead of time is I had 2 sticks of butter softened, and then this is 1.5 cups of brown sugar. So I went ahead and I started to mix it up a little bit. And then you're gonna go ahead and add 2 eggs and then a splash of vanilla.
We love a splash of vanilla.
We love a splash of vanilla. And if you want to feel fancy, if you want to use like maple extract to give it more maple flavor, go
Didn't
for
know
it.
they made that.
They do.
Today I learned.
I learned a couple weeks ago. So we're all in this together. But you're going to go ahead and mix this up until it is combined.
Oh, man.
So, and you might, if you're a baker or you just like have this kind of stuff around, you might already have everything in your kitchen cabinet.
Right.
So.
What about, let's say people didn't have maple extract, they wanted to put maple syrup in there, would that change the consistency?
It might a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, I am not a professional baker, so I can't tell you for sure what will happen there. But it might, I mean, it will definitely probably add some more maple flavor.
Okay.
So,
we'll see.
So that is just about the combination that we need. My butter wasn't softened enough, so you might see some lumps. But this is 3 3/4 cups of flour, so we're gonna go ahead and add that in. And then this is cornstarch, salt, and baking soda. I don't remember the exact measurements, but we actually already have this recipe online too. So if folks at home want to make it, it's already online.
And that's on WBRC's website, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
So, and then you're gonna mix this together until you're gonna get a nice soft dough. So usually, if you had a little bit more time, if you have a stand mixer, kind of just let it, mix itself up for a little bit, but.
It already smells good.
I know, right? I'm like, oh, I want one.
Good. I think it's that splash of vanilla.
It definitely is. Now, you might be wondering, now, Gillian, where's the maple? We're using vanilla. You're talking about maple. Where's this maple?
Yeah.
So you're going to glaze it with a maple glaze. And so you make that with cream cheese, maple, and powdered sugar. Now, I don't have, I already made that. Ahead of time to save on time this evening.
We appreciate that.
Absolutely. We love some time-saving queens. But so that though is what gives it that maple flavor. So once your dough is combined, so like you're gonna form it into a ball. Do you want to make one?
Yeah.
Go for it.
We'll pretend my hands are clean. It's fine.
They are. Mine are too.
They are. That's fine. It's all an illusion.
And then what I have here on this plate is some brown sugar, and you're gonna go ahead and roll this in the brown sugar.
Oh, nice. I like this part.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of a snickerdoodle a little bit.
Yeah.
Something about
it kind of
similar.
is. Yeah. Like with the brown sugar instead, though, more of a fall flavor.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
love that.
I'm gonna switch sides with you, Lauren. So then when you get them on your plate or on your cooking sheet with some parchment paper, you're gonna go ahead. Now what I did here is you're gonna flatten them. So I took a wine glass, or if you have any other type of glass with a flat bottom like this, spray it with a little bit of canola oil or Pam or whatever you have, and then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna flatten your cookie just a little bit.
Ooh.
And since it's sprayed, it's not gonna stick to the glass.
Perfect. I can see that happening otherwise. So remember that step. That's important.
So I'll flatten yours too, Lauren.
Okay.
And then, so after this, you would go ahead up and you'd fill up your entire sheet, stick it in the oven at 350 for 9 minutes.
Okay.
And then when they come out, they're gonna look like this.
Oof.
Ta-da.
Love it.
And then this is where the maple glaze comes in. So I made mine ahead of time, but we have the recipe on mine.
Okay.
And you're just gonna go ahead
Oh,
and
look at that.
drizzle that on top.
Piping it out.
Piping it out. And you could do it with a spoon too, but you know, sometimes the pipe gives it a
Wow.
little bit more of a nice fun.
Oh, that
So,
looks amazing.
Would you like the first bite?
You know, I would. I've been out begging Jillian to find an excuse to make these cookies for weeks now.
I think this was the perfect
It
one.
was. So she will be, we got Christmas and Thanksgiving just around the corner.
Oh, wonderful.
So we'll be bringing more baking news to prime time. Let's check it out.
How is it?
I'm going to have to sneak in
Oh,
here.
here, Wes.
I saw cookies.
Here we go.
I
Here we go. Oh, here's
Wes
one for
over
you.
here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come here,
my
Tanae. I
God.
got one for you too. There you go.
Wait.
Ooh, they're
I'll get
dripping.
the drips. I'll get the drips, y'all.
Oh, here, I'll make one for myself.
Listen.
Yes. I can't be left out of the fun. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, you can get in trouble.
Cheers
man.
to Weather Extra.
Cheers.
Well, Jillian, thank you so much for joining us here on the primetime version of Baking
Time.
News, Cooking Up a Storm. And remember, as Jillian said, if you want the recipe, we've got it on our website. And since we do have that beautiful fall weather in place, let's take a look at tonight's Weather Almanac.